They were written by Ernest Holmes in the 20s, probably about the same time as he wrote The Science of Mind. And I don't know much more about how they came to being or whatever, but he was the head of an educational institute, a philosophical institute. And so they were presented at the institute as principles. Now, principle can be understood in two ways. It can be a principle to live by, or a principle by which things work. You know, the principle of gravity, the principle of, you know, whatever. The Declaration of Principles is read at every single official function of a religious science or Centers for Spiritual Living community. So ordinations of ministers, installations of new leaders, etc. That indicates to me that what it really is the foundation of our belief system. Now I'm going to expand on that by saying that one of the greatest contributions I think that Ernest Holmes made to spirituality and to modern philosophy was that he sought to create a cosmology that he felt would work for people. In other words, he wanted to situate people within this universe and put God and mankind, humankind, in right relationship with one another. One of my great spiritual teachers was Thomas Merton, who died in the 60s. And Thomas Merton was asked once what was the cause of atheism. And his comment and response was, the single greatest cause of atheism is stupid theism. And what he meant by that was that if your idea of God is so limited and so lacking in intelligence that you can't believe in it, then you only have one other option, and that is not to believe in God. So when an atheist comes to me and tells me, well, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God, I always ask him, well, tell me about the God that you don't believe in. And they tell me about the God they don't believe in. It's usually the one of the Old Testament or, you know, the New Testament. And then I'll say to them, after they've described this God in detail, I say, well, I don't believe in that God either. That doesn't mean I don't believe in God. I just don't believe in that one. We're an incredibly sophisticated and educated people at this point. And to think that we have to believe in a God that looks more like Santa Claus than, you know, one self-existent cause, as the Declaration says, that to me doesn't seem like an intelligent thing to do. And you know, I'm sure there's lots of room with the intelligence and wisdom and creativity that we have today to take those principles and continue to refine them and continue to deepen our understanding of them. So it was his understanding at the time. But what he was describing was, this is how I think the world works. And he was very clear in saying, you know, try this on. And if you can, by the application of these principles, prove to yourself that a greater life is possible, that a happier life is possible, then you will be onto something. And if by using these principles in your life you don't find that you're having a better experience, then find something else. If it works, do it. If it doesn't, find something else.